guys, welcome to Take 100 of Uncle P's podcast. Oh, guys, listen. I was very inspired last night. As I was putting my son to bed, and I was singing to him. And I was telling him, I was singing. The rhythm was a song that I know, but the words were something that was coming up in my head. It was like a message I was giving him from me to him, just letting him know I love him. I will always have his back. You know, guys, in my neighborhood, there's a lot of babies. My next door neighbor gave birth. I had a daughter a month ago. 2 houses away, they gave birth, and across the street, the lady just gave birth a week. So there are babies screaming in this neighborhood. If you guys can hear it, it's not mine. My kids are behaving right now. And guys, what I want to talk about today, as you can see in the heading below, is finding comfort in knowing that you're trying your best and that you are enough. You know, we live in a society today that we interact with a lot of people, and some of the people we don't even know who they are, and we interact with them through social medias, and people have opinions on us and the decisions we make, the things that we post, and these things tend to affect us. The problem is that, guys, you need to understand who you are as a person and stop allowing people to tell you who you are as a person. What I've realized a lot is that they need other people's approval in order for them to believe that what they are doing is good enough. I was talking to someone, English says a friend. It's not a friend, somebody. I was talking to someone that I know, and they say, yo, dude, I was watching your podcast, man. Yo, you got some cool stuff and this and this. And they gave me a couple of ideas and all of that. I was like, cool, thanks, man. And they said, but yo, dude, freak, you got so many videos, but the viewerships are not there. And what motivates you to keep going? I didn't really need to think about it because I think I've spoken about this before. And I said, well, what keeps me going is because I do it for me. It's something that I love doing. It's great when people watch the videos. It's great when people comment on the videos. But the general outcome of the podcast, it's for me. I do it because it's something that I've always wanted to do. Have my own podcast, talk to the people out there, put my ideas out there, my thoughts and everything out there. He says, yeah, but wouldn't you want this and that? And wouldn't you want more followers? And yes, definitely. If we get more followers, yes. So why don't you pay for advertising, pay for this, pay for that, and pay for this? And, the moment he started talking about paying for a whole bunch of things, I was just like, oh, dude, I've got kids, man. But then I said to him, I said, okay, so if I pay for this specific advertising and then the podcast pops up and you get to see it and it's like an advert, which is a 5 seconds advert on YouTube, and then you get to skip it afterwards. Maybe out of 100 people that see that advert, I might get 5, 6, 7 people to say, oh shit, let me go check out this dude's podcast and see what he's talking about. But sometimes you really don't need to do that, guys. The reason why I'm saying that is because you just need to accept that what you're doing is enough, and you just need to be consistent with it. And I think the problem becomes is the people that we know, everyone that we know, whether it's your friends, your cousins, your mother, your father, your sisters, and everybody else, if they're not following your podcast or listening to your content, it is not because your content is not good enough. It is not because they don't believe in what you are doing. It's because they know you. And when people know you, sometimes when you say certain things, they kind of judge it according to the way they know you. So if you are a completely different person than the things that you're saying in your podcast, people are going to just say, nah, this nigga's bullshitting. Now, in my case, I'm the same person. People that know me, that have met me, are the same person. Now, if a lot of guys, don't be discouraged when people that you know don't support you. The things you need to understand, most of them are watching. Most of them are even listening. Some of them don't even use their phones to watch your content. They use somebody else's phone to watch your content. Okay? Gosh, guys, as I'm recording this, I just got a notification Slick Talk just posted a video about Natasha being pregnant. I really don't want to watch that. And this is what I'm talking to you. And this is one of the things I was going to bring up while talking, is that look at an individual like Slick Talk, the following that he has, and how crazy his content is followed. People want toxicity. You might call it truthful without being truthful without filter. It's not. Guys, the way the world is going, we don't have time. How many people have died? Ricky Rick died. Now DJ Dimple is gone. I understand that those are celebrities and there are certain circumstances happening, but death is death. Life is not promised to anybody. This body, we have no control over it. I may be talking to you guys right now, and before you know, drop that, because it just decided to switch off. We go to bed because we're tired. We wake up because the body tells you that you've slept enough, or your alarm goes off, or something woke you up. We have no control over this. So knowing all these things and seeing how people are passing away and how things are just moving away from us, you don't have time to entertain toxic people. You see, guys, it's extremely important what you put in your head and what you put in your mind. It's extremely important what you allow your soul to take in. And way too many of us are looking for entertainment in the wrong places. We want to entertain our life. We want to be part of the trend. What's trending today? What's hot today? What's happening today? And that's the reason why a lot of us have not started businesses. A lot of us are doing the very same thing. Do you know how many people have come to me and told me they want to start their own clothing brand, or they thought about starting their own clothing brand, or they are going to start their own clothing brand? And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, how much success have I made in my clothing brand that you all suddenly want your own clothing brand? Guys, there's no success in it. Yes, I can sell in a month 10 items, make $2,000. Now, I don't pay rent, but let's say my electricity, for example, it's $1,000 a month, because that's how well I can save. So that leaves me with $1,000. My groceries is never less than 7,500, 8,000 rand for the family. That excludes everything else that comes after. So I'm spending almost 10 to 15,000 rand on myself, my partner, and my 2 kids in the household. BMF, the podcasts, Uncle Peasy, whatever, isn't making that kind of money. So when people come to me and tell me that they want to do what I'm doing, I've got 4 friends that are starting a podcast. I haven't seen the content yet. They haven't sent me a link. One of them, I don't think he will. He's one of those friends that he copies your idea and then blocks you from seeing that they are copying your idea until it gets successful, or you finally bump into it and then he calls you a hater. Oh man, I hate people like that. I honestly hate people like that, guys. I don't want to digress from the topic, but you need to start doing things not for people. Do it for yourself. And if it benefits people, that's great. That is freaking great. When it comes to business, guys, you have an idea right now. And it's like everybody wants to do the same thing. So I spoke to a friend and I said to him, hey, yo, listen, I'm thinking of opening up a chisanyama, car wash, barbershop, massage parlor, everything in one. I'm looking for a property to open up a business like that, but I need partners. I can't do everything on my own. I've got the idea, I've got the concept, I know how to achieve it, but at the same time, I know that I need people to be present in order to assist me in achieving this, and we're all going to benefit. Anyways, I've had this idea for years. In the last couple of years, I started meeting people with the same idea. Everybody has this idea. Everybody wants to do this thing. Some people already even have it. But then I started checking those that do have it or those that did have it. And I see what is causing them to fail and what is causing them not to achieve. Why is my hand looking white? But in person, it's not. Sorry, guys. And I realized that the reason why a lot of people are failing in this business is because a lot of people are going into business alone. With whatever money they saved, whatever capital they've saved. Guys, you can't. Unfortunately, the reality is popularity is extremely important when you're opening up a business. Being known by people is extremely important. But at the same time, likability is extremely important. People need to like who you are before they even associate themselves with your business. So sometimes you might want to open a business and you might not necessarily need to be the face of that business. And I've realized that there's a lot of people that are envious about you, a lot of people that are jealous that you're doing so much. People can be jealous of this podcast. They don't want to follow your podcast or watch your content because they don't want to give you that extra view or that extra follow. And you're not even making that much money, or any money whatsoever. But the envy is there just because you are doing it. Guys, listen. Your enemies, your haters will eventually become your competitors, if not your followers. All you need to do is keep being and believe in who you are and accept that you are enough. Our issue is when you start doing things and people are not supporting us and people don't have our backs, we feel like it's going absolutely nowhere. I've been doing this for a year and nothing is happening. I've been pushing and doing and not. Listen, if it's not stopping you from still putting food on the table and keeping a roof over your head, keep doing it. If it's a business that it's not making you millions, but it's making you enough to you to be able to sustain the business and have a little bit in your pocket, keep doing it. Stop giving up. Most of us give up way too soon. And you realize that by the time you are giving up, it's exactly when you are about to pick up. Not everybody needs to listen to you. Just the right people need to. I was listening to what's his first name? Samuel. It's a guy on YouTube that talks about women, mostly about women and that and how women should be and act and all this. And he was explaining on how his podcast boomed. He said during COVID, a lot of people sat at home and they didn't have much to do. Ladies then realized that, oh wow, during COVID, that having somebody in the home, having a man was nice. Being alone and being stuck at home and not having somebody to talk to, somebody to cuddle with, affected them. So he used that opportunity to kind of flip his podcast and bring another content that boosted him and got him to where he is today, making thousands and thousands in donations, and they're called Patreon. And I just started thinking, when I started my podcast, so the MMA podcast is because I love combat sport. This specific one is because I've got so much in my head that I want to talk about. And every time I hang around with people, we speak about things that I feel like, people need to hear. So I started a podcast. If you guys have gone through my podcast, you would see how it has changed. And it's just I don't know if you call it growth or whatever, but it changes all the time because it is what it is. I'm comfortable with the content I put out there. I'm comfortable with the things that I say because I'm okay with it. And if somebody disagrees with it, I'm okay with having a debate or a discussion. And if I'm wrong, I'm ready to learn from it. Somebody advised me, dude, keep your videos 10 minutes to 50 minutes. Any longer, it just becomes too much. I took that advice. I'm on 13 minutes now. I'm going to stop soon. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to stop soon. But the foundation is that I am comfortable with who I am, with the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm doing, and the choices that I'm making. Do I want more support? Yes. Will I gain more followers and more support? I believe so. I didn't start it where I am right now, but it's going. It's only March, 3rd month of the year. We still have 9 more to go. Guys, find comfort in knowing that what you are doing is good enough, and eventually the right people will recognize it. Share it with your friends, share it with people. Listen to what other people are saying. Listen to the opinions they're giving you. And one more thing, guys, when you're giving somebody an opinion, or you're giving somebody a suggestion. Don't be the asshole that talks about my podcast and doesn't follow it or is not subscribed, because that's actually an insult. It is, honestly. It's an insult for you to have an opinion on my podcast, and then when I check, you're not even a subscriber. The biggest issue we have is, and I need everyone out there that is doing something, you need to understand this. People are very envious and very jealous of other people's success. Even if you're not even succeeding, the fact that you're just doing something, just know that there's a hater out there, if not many. And usually these haters are people you know, are people that are very close to you. Family, friends, exes, current. Bro, you can even have your girlfriend, your boyfriend not following your shit because of, please, I know that nigga. Please stop his shit. Oh, man. You can have your friends go, please, man, I hang out with that guy. I know the shit he's talking is bullshit. And it might not even be the case. People just don't want to support you because supporting you gives you success. And maybe they are not being successful in what they are doing. And that not even jealousy, that thing just doesn't allow them to give you the same support. That's the reality of the world. But do not allow that to stop you from doing what you need to do. Be comfortable in knowing that you are enough, and keep doing it. Eventually, somebody is going to be like, you know what? Even though you got 100 followers, I like what you're doing. Even though, there's no comments on your your stuff, I like what you're doing. Twitter, Facebook, sometimes they send me notifications that, oh, this post is doing so well. You've got 1,000 views. You got this, you got that. And then I check the comments, I check this. Nothing. And I'm like, wow. People are watching. They just don't want you to know. Eventually, you're going to say something to that somebody that is watching and not saying anything. They're going to be affected by it. And they're going to comment. Stop worrying about seeing the result. Do the work. The result will show itself eventually. Stop giving up. Stop doubting yourself. Stop questioning yourself. You know how many people have called me about my podcast? So, let me try and do this. I'm literally going to move my camera. I want to show you guys something. Check this out. On that opposite side, as you can see, that's where I shoot the MMA podcast. As you can see, there's another microphone. There's another sound card that controls everything. I hate connecting and disconnecting things. So that's on that other side. Guys, this room in this house used to be a garage. It's a single garage, but the way the house has been shaped has changed. And I utilized it. I built all this with my own hand. I started. This is a lot of work that I've put in here, because this is what I love to do. Whether I've got 12 or 10 or 2 followers, this is for me. And that's the reason why I can do it. I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to get out of the video. Wait, I can grab my mic, can I? I just don't. Wait, I can disconnect my mic, right? All right, hold on. No. I'm going to just switch and you guys are going to hear my voice. If you guys see on the opposite side, that is my music studio. So on the opposite side is the sound booth with 2 microphones and then the computer and everything else. There's another mic on that side, other mics and other setups. Guys, I literally built all this myself with both my hands, because this is what I'm passionate about. A friend called me and said, yo, dude, I see you got a nice studio. I want to come through and drop a few tracks and all this and all that. And I said, cool, man. How much are you comfortable paying? It's like, my man, I don't have cash right now. Guys, come on. Don't do this to brothers, man. Don't do that. Do you think this microphone was free? Do you think all these things were free? No, they weren't. I spent money on it. Even if you offer to pay me $100, remember when you come here, I got to switch on all these things. That's electricity. If you say, yo, bro, listen, I can pay you $100. I'm going to be there for an hour. Okay, you valued an hour in my studio at 100. I'm grateful. If 10 of you come and spend an hour here, that's 10 hours in a day, I've made $1,000. If I do that every single day, 5 days a week, that's $5,000. I can take care of my family. I can make the place better. I can buy better equipment. But your problem is you don't want to see me succeed. You don't want to see me do better because you're worried that tomorrow I will be the man and you will be the one who's behind the man. But you're forgetting that you made it possible. And the fact that you're going to stick around and you're going to continue to use the studio or even hire this space to do your own podcast, obviously I'll remove everything that represents me. We can put a picture of you. We can make it feel a bit different for yourself. We need to stop being envious and jealous of each other and help each other succeed. Guys, we cannot succeed on our own. We need each other. Everybody has a bedroom studio, but nobody is becoming a top musician. Because after you record all your shit in your home studio, you put it onto SoundCloud and everything else, guess what? The next guy does the same thing, the next guy does the same thing, and everybody becomes jealous. But now imagine if you are 5 musicians, you all come together, open up your own studio. Do you know that people start looking at you guys as in, wow, it's a team, it's a group, it's a bunch of guys doing this. It actually excites people. But when people see you doing things alone, it's like, ugh. I would love to have another person here. Put up a second mic. Let's talk. Let's discuss these realities and truth about life. Consistency, loyalty, trust. You guys have seen my podcast. I've invited people. I had a co-host who went out there and spoke about my family, badmouthed me, said all these negative things, which were 99.9% were wrong. But all that was out of jealousy and envy. We all have our time. We're all going to reach somewhere. But we know, and I'm telling you guys, you're not going to reach it by being jealous of another person. Guys, I don't want to drag. We're already on 22 minutes. I love talking to you guys. I do. I really do love talking to you guys. Guys, you are enough. You are enough. Don't give up on yourselves and your dreams. Uncle P, got you. Yo, listen. Give me a shout. Let me put a number here. Use this number. Give me a shout. Talk to me. I will advise you on how to do what you need to do. If you need to use my studio, you need to use my space, talk to me. Let's have each other's back. Let's have each other's back because that's the only way we succeed. This is not about race. It's not about culture. It's not about nothing. This is about humanity and just living. I know that I've got some content that you guys are going to be like, oh man, he was talking about white people, this and that. Yo, listen. Go talk to the white folks, my white friends. My partner's freaking white. Go talk to all the white people that know me. They know where my mindset is and they know the opinions that I have, who they're directed to. If you're not a white racist, why are you bothered when I call white people racist? I ain't talking about you. I can't exactly say Michelle, Nicole, Bianca, I need a white name. David, wait, that's black too. Michael, I can't exactly call them by name. But when I speak about racism, when I speak about Ukraine and Russia, I'm not taking every single white person and throwing them into that one basket. No. If you're into racist, don't be bothered by it. I speak facts and truth. When I talk about gender, LGBTQ, and I say nonsense, these people need to this and that. Guys, that's my opinion, and that's exactly how I feel. Because in the end of the day, you need to understand I'm a father, I'm a friend, I'm an uncle, I'm a brother. So if I'm going to be fake just to follow clout because the cancel culture might cancel me if I say this about the LGBTQ community, if I say this, if I say that, no. Guys, the problem is we are being too fake and we're following trends, and because of we following trends, we are losing our true selves. I'm your boy Uncle Pete. I promise you guys I'll come back with another one, and another one. Yeah. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you on the flip side. Yeah.